بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وبه نستعين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Last time we were talking about the dry ablution and all what applies to wudu actually applies for tayammum, which is dry ablution. And as for today, inshallah, we are going to talk about one part of it, which is the pillars of tayammum. The pillars of tayammum. What are the pillars that we have to meet in order for the tayammum or the dry ablution should be correct and valid? Actually, before we delve into the pillars, I would like to assert and reassert that the dry ablution have lots and lots of cases and requirements and qualities that we should meet. And it's not only about losing the water. Losing the water is only one condition. Still, we have other conditions that may require the dry ablution. For example, the inability to use water, being unable to use water because of a medical subscription or because of an illness or something like that, or because it is extremely cold out there. It's very snowy, and the only way to do or to have water is using the snow. So you don't have even a stove to heat down the snow and to make it into a good water for ablution. Then I don't have water. I only have snow outside. So in such a thing, you may go to the dry ablution. And many other cases that we have been talking last time. As for today, inshallah, we are talking about the pillars. What are the pillars that we should meet and should make in order for the dry ablution to be valid? First thing is an-niyyah. An-niyyah, which is the intention. So you have to make intention. And as we have said before in wudu, that Imam Shafi'i said, as for the intention is highly required, and it may validate or invalidate what you are going to do. So, for example, I give you an example. I went to the water tap and I opened it, and then I started to play in water, or just to wash my hands, and then my hands led me to do etc. things like washing my face and this and that, and then I wash my feet and I'm done. Then I asked myself, have I done wudu or not? Okay, for Imam Shafi'i, have you have intention before doing the articles or doing those things of wudu? Have you make this as a wudu or just as cleaning the organs? If you are doing it as just cleaning the organs, so this is not wudu. Here again, are you doing this dry ablution or this tayammum as a substitute of wudu because you don't have water, or you are unable to use water? You have to fix your intention before you delve into that. Okay. وتكون النية عند الضرب بالكفين على الصعيد الطاهر. As we know so far that doing the tayammum means you have to make two strikes. The first strike to touch touch the mud or to touch the clay. So to touch the ground, I mean. So the first strike to touch the ground, you have to renew your intention before you make the first strike. The first strike goes to your face, and the second strike goes to goes actually to your hands to your elbows. So only 2 strikes. We are not doing etc. strikes for etc. actions. Only 2 strikes. 1 strike for your face, and the other strike for your hands to your elbows, and that's it. So you have to make intention before you do the strikes. Okay, so and then here we have a disagreement amongst the ulama. What is actually valid as a sa'id? Sa'id means like a ground that you have to touch. What are the qualities? Because I've been asked before, what are the qualities? What qualifies the ground in order to be valid to do the dry ablution? Okay, وقد اتفق الفقهاء على أنه لا يجوز التيمم إلا على الصعيد الطاهر لأن الصعيد النجس أو المتنجس لا يطهر غيره. So first thing is you have to know that all the fuqaha or the jurists conclude that conclude means they have an agreement, complete agreement that first thing is for the ground it must be pure, must be tahir. Okay, it must not be mixed with any najasa, with any impurity. Okay, so you have to make sure that there is no, for example, a dog offal, or like dog sheds or cat sheds or all of the stuff. Okay, so you touch a ground which is completely pure without any impurities. ولكن اختلفوا فيما يطلق عليه اسم الصعيد، فذهب الشافعي إلى أنه التراب لا غير، وذهب جمهور الفقهاء إلى أن الصعيد هو كل ما صعد على الأرض واتصل بها وكان من جنسها كالتراب والرمل والحجر والسبق وإلى ما دون ذلك. Okay, as for the Shafi'is, it is actually restricted to turab. Turab means clay. Okay, turab means dust. So for the Shafi'i himself, it's about dust. So you have to touch the dust in order for your dry ablution to be correct. But for the rest of the fuqaha, it's about each and everything that we get actually from the soil. So it may include the dust. It may include the sand. It may even include some rocks. Okay, anything that the soil includes. Okay. إلا المالكية لا يجوزون التيمم على كل ما خرج عن أصله بالاحتراق مثل الطوب الأحمر. But for the Malikis, they said as long as the nature of the soil or any extracts from the soil doesn't change, as long as it is in its nature as it was born, so you can use it. We mean that sometimes we have turab. Turab means dust. So we have the dust, but this dust had been changed by anything, by a mixture or even by being put into a manufacturing process, or for example, the clay, the bricks that we use in building and so on and so forth is actually out of the clay. So can I use the bricks, or can I use the brick mud, or the bricks that we have here in each and every house? Can we use that instead of turab, or instead of dust? No, we cannot use it according to the Maliki school. And as we have said, we have 2 strikes. The first strike goes for your face, and the second strike goes for goes for your hands up to your elbows. Okay. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, فَامْسَحُوا بِوُجُوهِكُمْ وَأَيْدِيكُمْ مِنْ. So touch with it your faces and your hands. Means touch the soil and then apply to your hands and to your face. This is what Allah means in this. Number 6 also of what should be required is al-muwala. Al-muwala means successiveness. So you have to make the 2 strikes successively, one after another. So do not wait. After you do the first strike, then you wait for example half an hour and then you do the second strike. No way. You have to do it successively. The same also applies for ablution. Ablution should be successively done. So if you got a call and this interrupts your ablution, this actually, according to Imam Shafi'i himself and also most of the scholars, this invalidates the wudu. So the wudu and also the dry ablution have to be successively done. And then at-tartib means sequence, so you have to follow the sequence. The same also is said for the wudu. So you have to follow the sequence. So if you play in the sequence and you bring, for example, an organ, a later organ before another organ, or you wash, for example, your legs and then you wash your face, this invalidates the wudu? Yes, invalidates the wudu. And again here also, if you do the second strike instead of the first strike, and then the first strike goes for the face and the second strike goes for the hands to the elbows. So if you go for the second strike to make it for your hands to the elbows, and then the second strike you make it for your face, this is going to invalidate it. Yes, it's going to invalidate it according to the Shafi'i school. This is actually so far that we have it for today. Please feel free if you have any questions. Yes.
أعرف في بعض الناس يستعملوا يأخذوا معهم في صفة حصى
Yes.
للتيمم، هل هذا جائز؟
Okay, Dr. Abdul is asking, some people, they used to have some pipples. They used to accompany some pipples with them so that they can use them in tayammum or dry ablution. Yes, actually, it is valid. It is valid because the majority of the scholars that I have said anything that is actually extracted from the soil could be possible for ablution, dry ablution. Yes, could be possible for dry ablution. So you can use pebbles. Yeah, you can use pebbles. Okay, if you are, for example, into an airplane and you don't have sufficient water, or you're unable to do so, maybe you can find some dust even on the walls. Can we use that? Yeah, we can use that. Okay, so the main thing is anything that is actually possible to have a soil extracts, yeah, you can use it. Okay, whatever the mean, yeah, whatever the mean. Okay, this is actually what is meant by the Sa'id according to the majority of the scholars. Yes, brother.
Can you pray more than one farida from the same tayammum?
Okay. Yes. As for the tayammum, the dry ablution, they said you have to pray one by one. Okay, because there is a possibility to catch up water in the next prayer. Okay, even they said part of the validation of tayammum is to make it at the ending time of each prayer. For example, the ending time here for Maghrib is according to Halifax is, for example, 11, right? So this is the ending time of Maghrib. So you have to, if you could be obliged to make dry ablution, so you have to make it 10 to 11. I mean, 10:50. So you make it 10:50, So it's only 10 minutes to Isha. So you make it very close to the next prayer, and then you pray. And then the next prayer, again also, it applies to the next prayer. You have to wait. No, not just to wait and to seek water. And if you have impossibility to have water, so now, but at the end of the time of the prayer, you have to again make it. Yes.
The time for Dhuhr is until Asr.
Yes.
And Asr until Maghrib.
Yes.
Isn't Maghrib limited a little bit? It's not until Isha.
To Isha. To Isha time.
Not just Shafaq.
To Isha time, yes. So you have to wait to the end of the Salah time, okay? But before it ends, actually. Before it ends, with 5 minutes, 10 minutes at last, okay? Then you make tayammum, then you go for the prayer, okay?
This in case he seeks water and didn't find, but in case for medical reason, is one.
Yeah, for medical
enough, or
reason.
he need to, for every
If
prayer
you have a medical reason, so this medical reason is going to last with you like for some days, so you can make the prayer right away.
No, the concern is for every salah, tayammum or one is enough
For every salah. Yeah, because also the medical reason cannot last with you, forever. Sometimes, doctor's appraisal can say, you can now use the water in the mid of the day. Yeah, in the mid of the day. That's why we give a possibility that water could be available, or water could be, could be possible for the usage. Okay, that's why they said for the tayammum it should be done at the last minute of the prayer. Okay, because there is a possibility that the status could change. You get it? Yes.
I'm going to ask a grammatical question.
Yes.
The Quran says, "فَامْسَحُوا بِوُجُوهِكُمْ وَأَيْدِيكُم," and then in Ibadah you mentioned if you make face beforehand, it's invalid. What's the explanation why in Quran says face beforehand, and now if you do it in this sequence, it's not valid?
Okay. فَامْسَحُوا بِوُجُوهِكُمْ وَأَيْدِيكُمْ. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said بِوُجُوهِكُمْ, so first is first, and then وَأَيْدِيكُمْ, your hands comes after. For Imam Shafi'i, the waw here, the waw which joins بِوُجُوهِكُمْ and أَيْدِيكُمْ, the waw here is for tartib. Tartib means sequence, okay? So the main function of the waw here, which means and in English, but in Arabic it means a lot of things, okay? For the waw here, the function of the waw is for tartib, according to Imam Shafi'i. That's why Imam Shafi'i stipulated that tartib is part of the action. It's part of what should be done, okay? So that's why the Imam Shafi'i is actually very verbal and very textual regarding the functions of some of the huruf or some of the, the pronouns. Yes. Yes.
This is very possible in Canada. If you're hiking in January,
Yes.
your only sa'id is snow.
Snow.
You're hiking in the
Okay.
woods,
Basically, snow is not possible for dry ablution. It is possible for ablution. You get it? You can use the snow in ablution. Yes, you can use the snow in ablution. Yes, but it is hard. It's hard, Sometimes it's hard for you to use it. That's why they say for Imam Shafi'i himself too. Okay, it is not recommended to use the very hot water and the very cold water. Okay, the very hot water and the very cold water. So let alone now the snow. Yeah, you can use the snow in ablution itself, okay? But if you can afford it, okay? If you can afford it.
If you're in the woods, and that's the only option, what do you do? You dig
Yeah, this is the only option. Oh yeah, you can dig down the snow, and you can have the soil, so you can use it. Okay, you get it? Yes. جزاكم الله خيرا. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك.